I started this page about 3.5 years ago, and it was, I think, a few months before I went to Dog Guides Canada to get my service dog Trebek, who is trained in diabetes alert, and he also helped me with seizure response work. I remember when I started this page, I obviously knew that I was being matched with the service dog. I didn't know anything about the dog. I didn't know his name. I didn't know if it was male or female. I knew nothing except for the fact that I had been matched. And at that time, I remember just being so relieved and so excited at the prospect of going through the process of being matched with the service dog and starting our adventure together. Over the last 3 and a bit years since I've had Trebek, I have shared many videos sharing moments of our journey and what Trebek did, what a difference he made to my life. He came with me. We did educational visits to elementary schools and Girl Guides. We have done so many things together. We've had the best adventure. But that adventure, unfortunately, is coming to an early end, and I have procrastinated in sharing this news. I needed some time, even though it was on the horizon and I knew it was a probability. The decision was finally made just this past week, a few days ago, that Trebek is, in fact, going to retire. And the fact that our journey as a team is essentially over is heartbreaking. And if you're new to my page, the reason is that Trebek actually got sick last summer. And while physically he is healthy, he has had many follow-ups with the vet. He's doing great. Ever since he became unwell, his energy level just plummeted, and we've never really been successful in getting it back. I'm really, really appreciative of the fact that Dog Guides Canada have been really supportive of every step of this since not only when Trebek was unwell, but through his recovery and the attempts of kind of getting his stamina back into working. We worked really closely together, and I really appreciate their support. But the decision has been made, or more to the point, Trebek has shown myself and the Dog Guides trainers that he is done. He has slowed down considerably. He can no longer keep up, and it's time for him to move on to retirement adventures. I did manage for a very short amount of time to convince myself that I didn't need a service dog and I was going to keep Trebek and let him live his retirement with me. However, I've had some wake-up calls. My health, I need the skill set that Trebek provided beforehand, and unfortunately he can't help me with that. And so I have had some pretty close calls and come to the realization that I do in fact need another service dog. It never is easy, and it never gets any easier to admit that you do need help. But I am very grateful for the fact that Dog Guides Canada have agreed to let me apply for a successor dog. There are 2 classes coming up before summer. I don't know the dates exactly yet, but they are confident that in one of those classes that they will have a match for me. The whole matching process is it's quite unique. It's quite special that you are matched with the dog that matches your personality. It's incredibly painful, strange to be talking about another dog while Trebek is still here with me. And he will be actually being adopted by a friend of mine. Unfortunately, I do not have the space that would accommodate 2 dogs in the place that I live, and it would not be fair to both of them, and it needs to be equal. It needs to be fair for both dogs. And with regards to Trebek, he deserves a happy retirement, and I think the plan in place for him is the best one for him, while being really heartbreaking for me, but I have to do what's best for him as well. So if you've been following this page, or if you're new to this page, I hope perhaps you'll stick around and join me while I go on yet another adventure to meet my next service dog. just saying that out loud is so bizarre. I have so many mixed emotions about it. But perhaps you will join me on my next adventure. Come along with me to meet my new friend. And Trebek won't be moving too far away from me. I will still get updates. I'll still be able to show you his adjustment into retirement. I don't yet have a set date for when that's going to happen. There's a whole manner of things that I have to organise. The process of officially retiring a dog, we have to go at a pace that is good for him as well as me. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.